Well, welcome back. Got this all apart yesterday. What a pain in the butt. Oh, them little tiny bolts were a pain in the Tahoe. I ain't a whistling Dixie. Got all the bearings out of it. Turns out all the bearings on the crank were good. It was the piston. The oiler was not oiling them at all, as we could see. All of them. Number 3. See that on that side there? Look at that. Ain't that pretty? That's not water beads, that's metal. See that? See that nice chunk right there? Ain't that pretty? That's called spinning out them bearings real good. Look at that. As the cable guy says, not too good. Look at that one. And that one's got a groove on the outside. That sucker melted in there, bud. But these are the piston bearings. Piston rod burns. All the rings still look decent. I mean, as far as for what it is. The seal was fine. All these came off decent. I had to use a reverse socket on it, you know, the ones that eat out, stripped ones, because the side ones would not come out, and the top small ones, which are 10s, well, supposed to be metric, but 10 works just fine. I like how they do that standard metric, American, foreign. Trust me, they work. But all the bottom bearings are not spun out at all. They're still mirror shine, so the problem wasn't there. It was actually in the piston rods. The crank, you know, right on the crank. Of course you know that, right? So now, I've got this out. I'm gonna polish it up, lube it down, get all the rust out of it, all the water. I'm done power washing it and cleaning it. I know people say that's a no-no, don't get all the cylinders wet, you'll be so much trouble. They're steel, they'll wipe off. Use a little bit of oil, clean oil of course, on a rag. Wipe it down, make sure it's a lint-free rag. Microfiber would work perfect, which I have those. And we'll get to sticking on this puppy. So now, I gotta pull the motor back out of here. Which, mind you, I've only had 3 miles on this motor to determine if the block was cracked. It only took me 3 miles. So we're getting this puppy out today. And it is Friday, of course, Friday morning, around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're gonna get this little puppy out of here. That's some pretty in it. I hate it. It's driving me nuts. But oh well. It's what it is. And one more before we go. Here's the crank. I just got done cleaning out all the ports. Had little metal shavings in them, microfiber, nice and small. Got them all out. None of this, you see these trails on here? None of them are grooves. It's just where the piece melted in. None of this is grooves. I got to file it down or sand it down a little bit with some emery cloth just to get the, you know, the chunks of aluminum still stuck to it from the meltdown, and see if there's any scarring of the crankshaft. If not, then I'm going to reuse this crankshaft. If not, I gets a new one. So that's it for now. Next step is get that motor out, tore down, and then we'll do the process of putting it all in this block. Go back to my aluminum, get away from the cast iron block that's cracked. So here we go, all for now. See you on the flip side.